Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a fantastic four-way for the GCW Interstate Championship. Introducing first is challenger number 1, standing to my immediate right, hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada. He is one half of the Engines of Chaos. Here is Jake Diamond. And ladies and gentlemen, introducing challenger number 2, standing across the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Nation. Introducing challenger number 3, also standing across the ring, the other half of the Engines of Chaos. Here is the Butcher. And ladies and gentlemen, the final participant, he is the reigning and defending GCW Interstate Champion, hailing from New York. Here is the submission technician, Rick King.
All right, fans, and momentarily, the battle for the GCW Interstate Championship will commence as the Interstate Champion, Rick King, defends the championship against the Butcher, Jake Diamond, and Nation. All 3 top contenders and the champion ready to wage war. Rules of this matchup are very simple. First man to score a pin or submission will be the new champion. Other than that, there are no rules. It's a free-for-all here on Great Championship Wrestling. That's why we call it the Fantastic Four-Way. As now King and Nation hammering away on the Engines of Chaos. Oh, and there's one more for good measure. No doubt we're going to see the Engines of Chaos and King and Nation respectively try to use some camaraderie to gain the advantage, but in the end, it's every man for themselves. Pulled out there by King. Here comes Nation, and driving the Butcher down across Jake Diamond. And thus far, it would seem that Nation and Rick King are in control. But once again, it's every man for themselves here. Oh, King driving a kick right to the face of the Butcher. And Jake Diamond electing not to get back inside the ring. And now it would appear we're going to get the long-awaited battle between King and Nation. King and Nation now squaring off, but they better keep their eyes on Butcher and Diamond. Now inside the ring, go behind waistlock there by King. Standing switch there by Nation. Go behind waistlock there, applied by one of the challengers. King trying to break free. He rolls through. And grabbing the arm, but quickly, Nation counters with a head scissor. Showing his wrestling ability here. Oh, and cranking on the neck of the champion. King now trying to find a way out of this maneuver. Trying to break the pressure. Oh, and floats through beautifully once again to a side headlock. And now grinding down on Nation. In the past few weeks, you've really seen these two-man bond in tag team warfare. Well, once again, every man for themselves in the Fantastic Four-Way. All Nation might be going for the electric chair drop. Victory roll counter there by King, and now floats right over into the ankle lock. Not for long though, Nation able to use that tremendous lower body strength to break free. He's got King and drives him down with a German suplex. Nation still got him though. King now once again in a compromised position and driven down once again with another German suplex. Shades of their first battle on July 1st of this year. Nation going for a third one. King using the ropes to try to break it. Oh, driven hard to the corner though. Nation rolling through. Gonna go for a third one, but no. Countered there by the champion, and now tying up the leg of Nation. Oh, but look out, here come the Engines of Chaos. Leg drop to King and Butcher, running his entire knee right across the face of Nation. You had to know sooner or later, those men were waiting for their opportunity to strike. Once again, fans, it is every man for themselves here. However, I'm not surprised to see the Engines of Chaos working as a cohesive unit. Over the past several months, they've really become one of the most devastating tag teams in great championship wrestling. They've come close on multiple occasions to becoming the GCW Tag Team Champions, and it's only natural that here tonight they would use their tag team expertise to their fullest extent. Butcher working over Nation. Oh, in front transfer there by Diamond, who drives down King. Butcher with a cover, and only gets a 2. Oh, and the referee's even scared, and I don't blame him. This is going to get out of control, I guarantee. Cross forearms there by Butcher, right across the face of Nation. Oh, King shoving Diamond to the floor, and both men collapsing to ringside. Butcher now forcing Nation back to his feet, drives him hard to the corner. He backs up. Oh, and runs in with a vicious forearm right across the face, and now simply choking on Nation. Meanwhile at ringside, Jake Diamond and Rick King are going at it right here at ringside. Vicious forearm there by King to Diamond. Nation sent in. Nation holds onto the ropes. Oh, and the Butcher charging and sending himself over the top rope and to the floor. Evasive maneuvers being used there by Nation. But now King is on the floor with both the engines of chaos. And I know it's every man for themselves, but that still can't be good for the submission technician. Oh, keep your eyes on Nation. Up and over. The top rope and to the floor, ladies and gentlemen. Nation launching himself and taking out everybody. And what tremendous agility being shown there by Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, if we can get some kind of replay, that'd be just fantastic. All right, fans, and here comes a replay in slow motion. There you see Nation defying all aerodynamics that I've ever heard of and launching himself over the top rope and to the floor. Now back to live action here. The battle still at ringside. King, Nation, Butcher, and Diamond all battling for the GCW Interstate Championship. If you're just joining us, you're watching the fantastic four-way. And this has been one hellacious matchup thus far, and it's a long way from being over. Butcher's got Nation up against that barricade. On the far side, Rick King driving Jake Diamond back first right into the meadow. And the fans here at ringside are as close to professional wrestling as I'm sure they have ever been. But that's what you get whenever you buy a ticket here at Great Championship Wrestling. You get the best, you get the most, and you certainly get the closest to the wrestling action than you've ever had before. Butcher trying to drive Nation's head into those ring steps. All but Nation driving Butcher's head into the middle. At the same time on the far side, you saw Jake Diamond there working over Rick King, and now this matchup is spilling all over ringside. And that's okay, that's entirely legal. The only way to win this matchup is by pinfall or submission. And for those of you scoring along at home, what that means is anything else, and I do mean anything, goes. Diamond with that metal sheet right across the head of Rick King. And even though it's every man for themselves right now, this matchup has really broken down to the engines of chaos against Rick King and Nation. Engines of chaos, oh, trying to divide and conquer here. Perhaps they figure if they can take out Nation and King, then they can decide the championship amongst themselves. Now Butcher's got Nation set up for something here. Has another one of those sheets draped across the face of Nation. Oh, he charges and drove his knee right into the head of Nation. That's a great way to cause a concussion. And speaking of concussions, Rick King has not moved since being nailed with that metal sheet moments ago by Jake Diamond. And now the Butcher simply stepping on the throat of Nation.